Okay, so I want to come to you and talk to you about choices today. Now, the Bible gives us a clear, um, gives us a verse that talks about choices. And we either have two choices on this earth. Each and every one of us, including myself, have a choice. We have a choice of the world, or we have a choice to be with Jesus Christ, to love him with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. And my verse for today is Deuteronomy 30:19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thy seed may live. And I'll even read verse 20. That thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him. For he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and to give them. Now, verse 19, I want to kind of focus on. Verse 19, I call heaven and earth to record this day and against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. I want you to know that we have a choice, and we have a choice to serve God or to serve other gods, to accept Jesus Christ or to reject him, to follow God or to follow man, to obey God, to disobey God. But we must, including myself, we must make a choice. Each and every decision that we make in this life affects our eternity, and we are going to be in a place one day. And what we do on this earth depends. What we do on this earth determines where we go forever and for all eternity. And we must choose. We choose. Jesus tells us in Matthew 6:24 that we cannot serve two masters. Either we will love the one. Actually, I'll go to the verse right now. Here it is. Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold on to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. So Jesus is basically telling us that Jesus is basically telling us we have to choose. We cannot serve both God and materialism. We have to make a choice, including myself. I have to make a choice. Each and every day, we have to make a choice in our decisions. Are we going to obey God, or are we going to disobey God? Are we going to choose to flee from that temptation or give into it? Are we going to choose God, or are we going to choose the world? But we have to make a choice. We can not be both. And I'll even go to the verse that talks about being both, and that's in Revelation 3, 15 and 16. It talks about lukewarmness, and basically what lukewarmness is basically like both, being in belief and unbelief of God. And I'll read the verse right now. I know thy works, that thy are neither cold nor hot. I would thy were cold or hot. I just want to let you guys know I'm reading from the King James Version. So I really don't like the King James Version like that, because I don't like the thys and the ye's. But just bear with me here. I would thy were cold or hot. So then, because thy are lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So Jesus is basically saying that these people were both believing and unbelieving, basically living for God and half for the world. They were like 50% God, 50% the world. And the thing is about, being both. We cannot be, 80% God and 20% of the world. Not even probably like 10% of the world. We have to be 100. And I say this for myself too, every single day when it comes to my choices. I have to remind myself that we have to be 100% with God. We cannot be 80% God and 20% of the world. It does not work like that. We have each and every day, all of us on the earth, we have to make a choice, because what we choose will determine our eternal destiny after death. So my verse today was Deuteronomy 30:19, Matthew 6:24, and Revelation 3:15 and 16. I want you to know that God loves you very much, and He has given you a choice, either to choose Him or to reject Him. God has blessed you with free will. But Jesus also wants you to choose Him, because He has a plan and a purpose for your life, and He wants to give you His life. He wants to come into your life, and He wants to help you. He wants to save you. He died on the cross for you so that you may have life, and life more abundantly. He is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes into the Father except through Him. So let's choose Jesus Christ.